So, yesterday we learned what Rabbi Zelig Pliskin is teaching us from his book, Begin Again Now, A to Z Strategies for Encyclopedia of Living. We started with self-acceptance and made some beautiful, beautiful insights. And we shared. I've been living with it. I want to talk about it a little bit. I saw a lot of things come up in clinic and were very helpful. So, one is, he told us that, seeing the good helps us discover who we are. We're not blocked. And we accept ourselves. We see more accurately the gifts that God gave us. Nothing is an accident. I once had I mentioned before once in a different recording that I met a guy in Chicago in a Jewish 12-step kind of gathering, not official. And he said, God don't create, S-H-I-T. Meaning what? And I heard another quote recently by Einstein that said a similar thing, I forget what it is, but I can tell you another time if you're interested. But basically, everything that we have and everything we are is not an accident. And were we given it to get rid of it? Were we given it to use it? Were we given it to ignore it? I think for the most part, we were given it to use it, with the exception of certain very, very bad character traits. So, seeing clearly and accepting that we have these things and not being in denial. Denial is like the enemy of acceptance. Because basically, I don't accept that reality is this way. And when I can't accept reality is this way, I don't actually see reality. Friends, people who don't even see the clarity of a relationship or their bad patterns. It's part of our job as coaches and counselors every day. We're seeing hundreds of people throughout these months who are in denial. And certain denial equals lack of awareness on some level. Denial of reality, lack of understanding, perceptivity, there's other elements, but it's kind of like the enemy of acceptance. In denial, it shouldn't be this way. I shouldn't be this way. It's really like a case of the shoulds. Shouldaria. Don't should on yourself. And so, that's number one. We need to see ourselves accurately. And to do that, we need to start with acceptance. And stop fighting that we are this way. And say, yep, that's how it's created. That's what it is. Now, sidebar, important note. It could be what you think you are is not exactly what you are. Maybe we're magnifying. Maybe we're adding things. Maybe the definition of how we look at ourselves. And if you're interested in this type of work, we do this in our coaching practice all the time. And this is our cognitive therapy, I think, is the king for this. And other related modalities. And you have to get clear about it. So it doesn't mean just because you think you have it means you even have that S-H-I-T. Maybe you don't even have a piece of S-H-I-T. So, in any event, consider looking more kindly on yourself. And the second point is that we don't see our faults clearly either, right? Amazing, just the reverse. There are things about me that I wish wouldn't be, and so I'm blocked those out. I don't even see that I have a listening problem. I don't even see that I have a compassion problem. I don't even see that I have a commitment or a follow-through problem. And so when someone comes and tells me, it kind of hits on that unconscious trigger. What do you know? What do you know? And defensiveness means shut down, basically. It means I'm shut down and I'm not hearing what you're saying, which means I'm not growing. It means I'm not growing. Okay? That's it. So these two reasons are important. This is part 2 of yesterday. We'll try to move on to something new tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. If this is helpful to you or think it'll be helpful to anyone else please share this link on YouTube or Spotify.